breaks like the Prodigy. First off, this isn't a how to sound like the Prodigy. There is honestly only one person that can do that, and that is Liam. But I do want to show you some of the techniques that he's been using in the more modern Prodigy tunes that also pay a bit of homage to where the Prodigy came from, that breakcore sound. So here's a quick example of where we're going to head, and just a warning, it's very loud. So today's tutorial is sponsored by DistroKid. They're a digital music distributor aimed at getting your music to all the digital platforms. Check the description below for a discount on distributing your music today. These are the techniques that we're going to look at in this video to help your breaks slam like the Prodigy. We're going to make space for the kick drum. Now I based this on the Nasty break from, well, Nasty. All right, so here's some key things. First things first, we've got this massively deep kick, right? It's huge. Now the trick to having that still feel huge and overwhelming rather than it getting lost in everything else is to not have anything else really conflict with it. So we can see here in the very first one, this little bass line comes in a little later. Chopped break in the background comes in later. This percussion comes in later. Everything is about that kick right at the start, and that allows it the room to still have loads of impact, but everything's still super busy, right? So we need to give space to something like the big bassy drum that needs all of our headroom, and that way we can give it to it and it has loads of impact. We're literally having this. Yeah, and we're not even getting the bass in there because it's just starting to fade in over that point. It lets us have all of that room to do that. The other thing that makes it kind of a breakcore vibe is using an old school break in the background. But again, I've given space to especially the kick drum and even the snares to a degree here. So if we solo these out, we've got a classic amen break chopped up behind the modern kick snare. And that's just giving it a throwback to its breakcore roots, which absolutely is still appearing in the genre of music and in what Liam's doing. It just accents the old school break a little bit, makes it feel a little bit different. The last thing here is a little vocal chop. In the old school break that we've chosen here, which is an amen, there's not really anything vocal wise that we can do with it, but in a lot of the chopped up breaks that we use, there's kind of like half cut off vocal samples where it's been mischopped, and we can just fake that. I've just used a sample from Logic and just given it a little trigger just to do that. That's literally it. Now the other thing to make sure is that essentially the drums are incredibly loud. Anything else we have needs to fall to the wayside of them, which again is where we're using this to make extra space, because a bass has still got to be really loud. But we don't want it conflicting with the drums as well. We want that kick drum to always be that loudest thing that tears through. If we give it the space, we can allow that to happen. Outrageous levels of compression, the wall of sound, and nothing else competes with the drum. If you want to get that old school chopped up break feel, watch this video next and I'll show you just how to do that in that one. See you there.